All right. So, guys, before we start today's sessions, right? Uh, Tell me, anybody has the Salesforce uh, pre-developer org access? Most of you do not have it.
Hey, Rajesh, this is
Hmm.
Padmaja.
Okay,
I
tell me.
did. I was doing some self study
Huh.
few months back, so I did sign up for that, and I was playing
Sorry,
around
no
with
need to
it.
sign up again. Okay. How many
Yeah.
of you? Anyone else who has already signed up?
Yes,
I
sir.
I
I
may
do.
have it.
I have.
I
Okay,
have it too.
I have
you
it
have it
too.
too?
I have it too.
Alright. Okay. So, guys, we need to have Salesforce provides a free developer editions. Okay. What happened in the developer edition is where you can go log in and do your daily task. Developer edition is exactly like your customer paid org. You have every single thing that you have in customer paid org in your free developer org. Salesforce has provided this free developer org for us to explore and learn Salesforce. Makes sense? It cannot be used for a business purpose, but it is more to use to learn this. Okay. I will not waste time here in the class by showing how to sign up. People who have signed up, no need to do it again. People who have not signed up, I am going to share a video where I'm explaining how to sign up. It's a short video. You have to watch the video, get that sign up done. Okay. It's a 2 minutes job, but I'll share the video and you just do it from the video itself. Else we will just waste 15-20 minutes of time here. Sounds good? So sign up you have to do after the class, and because from today onwards we are getting into Salesforce and trying to explore how things works in Salesforce. Okay. Because I have already hint.
Uh, Sorry, I didn't follow you in sign up. You mean sign up on the Salesforce
Yes,
website?
yes, correct.
Okay.
Sign up on the Salesforce website.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's very simple. Okay, you have to go to developer. As I just have to go here. Okay, this link I'm sharing with you in the control V, and I'm
I
also
have already account in Salesforce, sir.
yeah. If you have already signed up, no need to do it again. Okay, we can use the old one only.
Okay.
Okay, so I have given you this link over chat and over WhatsApp also. Keep this thing. Do not do it right now. Okay, just watch my screen and listen to me. Okay, plug in your headphone, listen to me like you're watching a movie. That's it. No need to do it now. This is just a 2 minutes of job. You can do it later. In case you find some problem, I will share the video, watch the video and get it done. But you have to get this done today because tomorrow onwards, we need to start doing hands-on. Okay. Guys, once you done with the sign up, okay, once you're done with the sign up, your screen will look like this. Okay, your screen will look like this. Now, in this screen, okay, there are two things. Okay, every single word I say is very important. So please listen to me very carefully. Today, I am going to explain one thing which you have to be clear from the day one. That is, there are two kinds of users. There are two kinds of user who will log into Salesforce. When you get into a project, no, when you, let's say we are doing a project for a customer, there are two kinds of people who will log into Salesforce every day. One is admin. You are the admin, by the way. Okay, you and your colleague will log in into the same Salesforce org every day. What will be your job? Your job would be to configure Salesforce. You get it? Your job would be to understand how the customer want the system, and based on that, you have to do your job. You have to do your configuration. That is what admin developer they do. All right. So there are a couple of things before that. So admin they do the configurations, right? They are the Salesforce certified engineer. You, me, we are the Salesforce certified engineer. Our job is to understand Salesforce requirement and get it done inside Salesforce. We are the certified Salesforce engineer, right? So we will create the system, we will customize the system, we will configure the system so that the other type of user, which is called business user, okay, will be logging in and they do their job every day. Do you get it? Admin is the people who are logging into the system every day and doing the configuration. Business user are like the sales executive, service executive, finance people, operation team, those people from the company whose job is to log in and do the, insert, update, delete the data every day. Guys, you are clear between these two types of user, who is admin, who is business user?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you are the admin and you are creating the Salesforce system for the business user. Okay. So tell me if you understand this, right? Salesforce is basically a database. Okay. So every day, whatever operation that that business runs, right? Let's say, like, we'll talk about those operations from today. So every day, whatever operation that has been done, that data will be inserted inside Salesforce. So what do you think? Who will insert the business data? Is it admin's job or business user job?
Admin.
Admin.
I
Okay.
think the users. I think the users will put the data.
Okay. Hear me out. Then you say what's your answer. Okay. So my question is, let's say, let's say, business got 100 customers who wants to buy the product. Now, those 100 customers need to be inserted inside Salesforce so that they can be nurtured. They can be contacted by the sales guys, talk to them, hi sir, what do you need? Tell me, right? And then finally they can be nurtured, right? So whose job it is to load the data, nurture the customer data and everything? Is it admin or business user?
Business
Admin.
user.
Admin.
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 Business user.
It is
Business.
business user, not admin. I'll tell you
Business
what
user.
admin will do.
Business user.
When, let's say, there's a customer, you got a job in, suppose, this is exactly what will happen. Okay. Suppose you got a job in IBM. You know IBM, right? One of the biggest company. And IBM has a customer called Benz, Mercedes Benz. Okay. Who is the customer? Benz. You're working in IBM, by the way. Who are you? Let's say are the you are the admin. You accept. Somebody was waiting in the lobby. You accept, right? Okay, fine. Guys, okay. You are the admin. Okay, now I am the Rajesh. Understand this? Rajesh is a business analyst slash consultant. Understand this because this is how you'll be working in the real project. Remember this. You are an admin. Rajesh is a business analyst and consultant. Both are getting salary from IBM. Both are the employee of IBM. Okay. And who is the customer? Mercedes Benz. Right? IBM, TCS, Deloitte, they are the service providing company, right? So they have customers that they serve. So customers is basically Mercedes Benz. From Mercedes Benz, there will be a guy called product owner. Have you heard about this product? By the way, this Salesforce thing, once you learn, right? One of my students like recently got a job into this product owner thing. Okay, in this company Intel in India. Okay, so he has very interesting job actually. Okay. Uh, so product owner is the guy who understand the product from the customer side. I'm talking about. Okay, who will give you the requirement. Understood? So product owner is the guy who knows how the Salesforce has to be configured. And because see, there are suppose 1,000 business user. For an example, suppose there are 1,000 business user. Do you think all these business user will have your phone number in their mobile and they will call you, hey, I want this feature, I want this feature? This will not happen like this, right? So there will be a product owner, okay, from the customer side, whose job is to pass on the requirement to the admin and business analyst team. You get it? So product owner is the guy who has idea about the product, how the Salesforce system supposed to be built, and he will pass on the requirement to business analyst or consultant. You're getting me? So as a consultant, as a business analyst, your job would be to talk to the customer in sense the product owner. We call this as stakeholders also, okay? Stakeholders are those people who like, who are coming from the customer side, who knows the requirement. They will pass the requirement to the business analyst and the consultant, and consultant will understand the requirement, create a proper documentation, and then finally admin or the developer job is to configure it. Admin or developer job is to configure and start working on the applications. Getting me? Now again, I repeat my questions and tell me what's your answer now. My question is, let's say there are 1000 sales executive all over the world, okay? Somebody working in Dubai, somebody working in Singapore, India, US, everywhere. Now the sales executive got some customers. They have to insert those customer data inside Salesforce, and they have to nurture their customer. Like, is it like whose job it is? Admin job? Is it business analyst job? Or whose job it is the business user's job?
It's admin job.
Admin.
No, again, see,
It's business.
admin will just do the configuration. Admin, okay, for an example, let's say product owner says that, you know what, I need a feature. What is the feature? The feature is whenever a customer is onboarded inside the system, customer should get an email. I don't know how many of you are getting it. See, whenever you send an inquiry, right, whenever you click on our ad and post an inquiry, right, have you received this welcome email? I'm not sure if you have received it because we enabled it for US people. But normally from Salesforce, no, we have enabled and welcome email. Like I am actually, I have written that email, I put it into my Salesforce CRM. So whenever somebody is clicking on my ad and doing it, right, that guy is getting an email saying, hi, this is Rajesh, welcome to Dynapad, and we're doing this. Now, let's say this is the feature. This is a feature that whenever a customer data is onboarded, customer should get a welcome email. That feature, who will build? Business user or admin?
Admin.
Admin. Admin will build that feature. Who will enjoy that feature? Who will use that feature? Business user.
Business.
Right? So, Salesforce is a database, right? The admin job is to create the database, customize the database however the business need. But finally, who will use the database? Who will use the Salesforce CRM? Use means what? Use means creating the customer data, logging in every day, doing insert, update, delete on the database. All this thing will be done by the business user. You're getting me? Admin will not do anything with the data. Admin's job is to just facilitate whatever feature business need inside the CRM. And then business user job is to nurture with the data, like insert, update, delete the data. Am I able to clear this so far? Yes, create, edit, view, these are like business user job. Any data related thing, who will do it? Business user. Because that's why Mercedes-Benz is paying so much of money on license, so much of money to hire you guys, right? So that Mercedes-Benz business user, like salespeople from Mercedes-Benz, can log into Salesforce, can use whatever Salesforce CRM that you have built for them. Use means what? They will insert the data, delete the data, view the data, update the data, all this thing. Is this story clear to everyone so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Any question? Any thought? No, it's not about question every time. If you can share your thought, I can probably put more lights on it and explain. Okay, no thoughts. Fine. Okay. So see, you will be working in the left hand side thing, okay? Either admin or developer or business analyst or consultant in any company, okay? Or this product owner also job that you can go ahead and apply, but there are very less this kind of a role available. Okay, so where you just have to understand how the product works and get the job done by the vendor. Okay. Nowadays every single big companies, right, they are having their own Salesforce practice, right? So you name any company, like previously we had, like, they used to give their project to companies like Cognizant, TCS and all the other companies, but they are also starting, all this company, they are also starting their own Salesforce practice, right? So in and out, like, it's good for us because jobs are more right now, correct? And because it's a customer who are actually hiring these people directly, this pay skills is also very very high when the customer, when you get into job like the customer directly. Okay. Interestingly, there are a lot of small, like, like my company, Delhipat is we are a very small Salesforce implementation company in India. We do a lot of development project, right? There are a lot of companies in India and US like this, okay, like who are Salesforce partner, properly Salesforce partner. In case if you get a chance to work with this kind of a small company, your learning will be like very good. Because small companies, they, what they do is they, like in my company, if you see somebody who is having 6 months of experience, he's actually having a solid experience. That means because he have done so many projects by himself, right? But when you go and join like big companies, no, you just do a small part of it, and there are like 10 members of team working on a project. Whether in a small company, there's like 2 members of team working in a project, right? So your learning curve is so much high in the small companies. So in case if you get a chance to work for the small companies, no, that's like very advantage for you. And there are many companies like this, okay? In India there are many, okay? You can, I mean, I can tell you the names, you can go and directly apply jobs there. Okay, guys, anything else that we, you want me to? Anyway, let's understand the story now. We are now going to start understanding the Salesforce CRM inside, how it works. Before that, let me tell you this: Salesforce is just a database. It is not only a database, by the way, but next 1 or 2 weeks, what we will learn is Salesforce is just a database. Okay. And after 1 or 2 weeks, we will start learning the automations also. There you will find that it is not only a database, it can do a lot of automations. Whatever customer is doing so far manually, it can do the automations. Okay. So Salesforce as a database, because it is a database, definitely there will be tables. You know what is table in the database? Like, table is where you store the data. In Salesforce, we call those as what? Mhm. What do you call this in Salesforce? What do we call table in database? What do you call this in Salesforce? It is called object.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Salesforce has something called object where you store the data. Now, be very, very careful. Okay. There are two things. Okay. One, do you see the setup in my screen, guys? Yeah. Yes, right? My screen
Yeah.
is shared.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. So we have this setup, and at the same time, we have these 9 dots. Please remember, as a business user, okay, when you work, when like Mercedes-Benz sales employees will just go to these 9 dots and do their daily jobs. Okay, because business user
Okay.
will have to find their objects and everything in from these 9 dots. Business user will never have access to the setup. If they have the access to the setup, they will mess up. Okay. So business user not supposed to have access to the setup. The setup access will be given to the admin. Now this is where you have to spend most of your time in the setup. This setup is what we are going to learn in next 5 weeks, where you can do most of your jobs. This is left hand side. You see there are so many options that you see. These are the setups. So as an admin, your job would be to do this, go to the setup and do this job. As a business user, you will have to go to this app launcher. These 9 dots is called app launcher. Here you'll do your job every day. Finding the object, insert, update, read the data, whatever feature you want to see, everything. As a developer, if you click here, there's something called developer console. This is where I mean, actually, right now we use VS Code, different kind of a tool where we write code. But as a developer, we have to use this particular console to write code and get our job done. Clear? As an admin, you'll spend most of your time here in the setup. Developer has to go here in the developer console, write code, get customized. And as a business user, you'll just use these 9 dots to find your daily items. Got it? Hmm. Okay. Next thing is, you must have heard that Salesforce is a cloud product, right? Any idea what is this cloud and how Salesforce, why Salesforce is called as a cloud product?
Use the cloud, sir.
Mhm.
Because you can
Cloud
access the data anywhere.
anywhere in the world, right? Yes. So
Yeah.
that's the first advantage of. I mean, see, nowadays most of the software you see like in cloud only, right? I mean, 10 years back, if you see the data, I mean, most of the application were not in cloud, right? We used to have like big server in the room and maintain that software like that. So SaaS, sales cloud computing has been divided into three different part: software as a service. What's the next? Platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. What is software as a service? Any software which you do not need to install, but you can just download the app and use it. That is called software as a service. Any software that you just install, you just what do you call it? See, Salesforce, the entire Salesforce CRM is a software as a service product, by the way. It's a SaaS product. Why? Because see, Salesforce doesn't need to download or need a local things. Okay, all you need a browser. Go to login.salesforce.com, put your username and password and login. That's it. It's a web application. What you need a browser and a internet connection. That's it. So Salesforce is a software as a service product. Who is the provider? The company name Salesforce is the provider. The company name Salesforce is the provider, and Salesforce is a software which we are using as just as a service. We means the customer, okay? Benz. Nobody will use Salesforce. I mean, I'm gonna use like here, Mercedes Benz is the customer. So Mercedes Benz, they are using the software as a service. They just have to pay for it. We have signed up for a free developer out, so we don't have to pay for it. But normally we have to pay for it, right? So some softwares, they are free, like Gmail, right? So if you see Google Drive or Gmail, no, Gmail is basically where you use it. You go to the Google Drive. All these where it's in cloud, correct? This is basically a software you're using as a service. Who is the provider? The Google company is the provider, right? So entire Salesforce.com, which we call as SFDC, Salesforce.com, right, is the software as a service product. Guys, any guess on the platform as a service? What is this platform service? Platform as a service, basically where a company, they provide the platform where you as a developer can write code and build anything you want. This is what the platform developer console you see here, right? You don't need to have to download or install anything. Just Salesforce provides its own platform where you as a developer can go write code and build whatever is not possible through configurations through this admin setup. Right, you can build any customized applications in Salesforce, right? Because Salesforce provides its own platform, this is where the advantage come in. Okay, most of the companies like CRM, you see, they don't have their own platform. They have their just feature, and you can configure a little bit, but you cannot customize it with they do not have their own platform. Salesforce is the CRM which not only provides a lot of admin feature, a lot of standard feature, but also it provides its own platform. This is why Salesforce is very much powerful. Okay, anything, any kind of requirement you have, it can be done either with configuration with setup or with just coding. That is where Salesforce provide its own platform. The name of the platform was force.com platform, okay? But now the name has been changed to Lightning platform. So in the development part, we will talk about this Lightning platform. We will learn about this. And infrastructure as a service, currently Salesforce are not into this infrastructure as a service business. Okay. But if you ask me that uh, the entire infrastructure that we are using for Salesforce, yes, it is only for Salesforce, by the way. All this infrastructure that you are seeing, no, you cannot build a .NET application in Salesforce. Getting me right? Whatever infrastructure Salesforce is providing is to build Salesforce application. So they are not Salesforce, they are not into infrastructure as a service thing. But recently, Salesforce has acquired something called Heroku. You know Heroku, right? Heroku is pretty much like giving all the infrastructure to do the development and create your customized application, right? But whatever infrastructure that you are seeing so far in Salesforce, it is just to build Salesforce application. So they are not like Amazon Web Service or Microsoft. That Microsoft, Amazon Web Service are giving the entire infrastructure. So if you want to build an application in Java, right? You know, previously we had to buy server, we have to put so much of effort on the infrastructure. But now you just pay AWS, and from the next minute you can start using the infrastructure. You don't have to worry about all the physical infrastructure, right? Okay, this is all about Salesforce and cloud computing. Any questions? No. Okay. Okay, so now we are clear on who is admin, who is business user, right? What would be your job, what would be the business user job. We are also clear on what is cloud computing, right? We are also clear on what is setup, what is developer console, one what is this app launcher, correct? Let's go to an app called Sales App. Now we will start talking about sales application. Guys, this is where we'll start the Sales Cloud. Unfortunately, you know, this license, this free developer org that we have got, no, it we can do end-to-end demo of this um, Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. Marketing Cloud we cannot do because this need a paid license. I can just give you theoretical knowledge, but we cannot do any practical for Marketing Cloud inside this. Clear? But you'll get some idea. But Sales and Service Cloud, which is like one of the most demanded thing, right? We can actually do. We can learn and do the hands-on implementation also in this free developer org. Okay. If you go to the Sales app, guys, these are the objects I was talking about. Salesforce has objects where the data used to get stored. The data used to get stored in the different objects. Let's talk about those objects one by one with a real-time business example. No question, right, so far? Hind, you left. I saw you left and then you joined again.
No, actually, I'm joining with my phone, but I'm struggling to watch with the small screen.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to join with
Join
them.
from laptop?
Let me try to join with the laptop.
Yeah. How many of you joined from phone?
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me join from.
Me also, Amir.
Yeah, yeah.
Tomorrow
Sorry,
join
what's your
from.
question?
No, Umir, join from your laptop from tomorrow, okay? Because in
Okay.
phone you can't see the screen properly,
Yeah.
right? Just I mean these sessions are I don't know how much interest you're finding, right? If you just focus on the session only, you'll find the sessions are very much interesting, okay? But if you do multi jobs, right, then this is like not much interesting. So plug in your headphone, go to some silent place and just listen to the class.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, so guys, let's talk about this, okay? Same example, Mercedes Benz. So we are starting talking about objects from today. Mercedes Benz is a company who are actually trying to showcase this S class 100 car. They want to sell this car. So for that, what is the first thing they'll do? Campaign,
Marketing.
marketing or campaign, right? So see, marketing can be done in different ways. Like we do webinars. Like next week we might have a webinar on health cloud. Like we are a partner with Salesforce, okay? So Salesforce always enforce us are the partners to spread the knowledge, like so we recently did some health cloud project, so we just want to share the knowledge to the world. So we are creating webinars. So what happened in the webinars, right? People who are interested to know about this, right, they will come, and we might find a customer there. Correct. So webinar is a type of campaign. Physical campaign, like this kind of company, Mercedes Benz, like they do a lot of physical campaign. They showcase their car somewhere in a very crowded place, right? And suppose they are doing physical campaign only, okay? And let's say they are doing hundred or thousands of physical campaign every day. Guys, understand this. Every single campaign is a data, isn't it? Every single campaign is a data, and please understand that the need of data. Let's say business like Mercedes Benz, they had done one campaign like 5 years back in India, Bangalore. They want to reinvest on that campaign. Before that, before they reinvest, they want to see what was the response of that campaign before. Was that response was good enough? If they have to see the data, they have to have the data first, right? 5 years back, whatever campaign they had, if they do not have the data in place, then how can they see the data? So what I'm saying is every single campaign, it might be 1,000, 100 or 1 lakhs campaign. Every single campaign is a data, and business have to store the data. This is where Salesforce CRM comes in. Salesforce has an object called campaign, which can hold all the campaign related data. So that after 5 years, if you want to redo some campaign, you can go to the Salesforce CRM, check the report and see what was the outcome of that campaign which you did 5 years back. Data is always helpful for the business to take further decision. If we don't have a data, it's very hard to take a proper decisions. All big businesses, they take decision based on the data, right? Now you tell me, for the campaign, what are the things that business would like to capture? Like location of the campaign. What else you think a business would like to capture for an individual campaign that is happening? Or these are physical campaign, by the way.
Product name.
Which product they are displaying? So um, product to display. Got it. What else?
Price of the product.
Product price of the product. What else?
Performance or characteristics of the project or the product.
Performance status means
Like performance or characteristics of the
yeah.
product.
Product feature, I can say, right? Product
Yeah.
feature. Good.
Number
Sorry.
of attendees.
Mm-hmm.
Number of participants.
I didn't get you. What?
Number of attendees.
Number. Okay, guys. See, this is how exactly you do the requirement gathering workshop with your customer. When you get into a job, no, if you work as a business analyst or consultant, this is exactly how you talk to your customer, gather the requirement. Remember, whenever you're gathering a requirement like this, your intention to build the data model. We are actually trying to build the data model. Okay, this is just, we are starting the conversation, but after like 1 hour of conversation, or maybe like tomorrow's conversation, you will be able to build the data model for the customer. And remember, whenever you build the data model, okay, each object will hold only a specific type of data. We are talking about campaign table, campaign object. Campaign object will hold only and only the campaign data, nothing else. So when you say, what do you call, what is that last thing you said? Customers data or something? Customer
Yeah.
data will go somewhere else. This is where just, we'll go to some other object, by the way. This is where just capturing the campaign data. You can say expected footfall. Footfall, right? Footfall means how many people are coming in. Expected footfall. That is a part of campaign data. This is how you do the data modeling. Okay. What else? What else? Specific campaign data you want to capture? Everybody, can you please respond here? People who are not responding. Yeah.
But Rajesh, I have a question. I mean, and uh, w- if we have to know, like, how was the response to the campaign,
Huh.
wouldn't we need data, as in, how many people were interested, kind of, that
Yeah,
is
we
linked
need it.
to
We
this?
need it, but we're not here actually. For that, we will start gathering that data in a different object called lead.
Right. Okay.
That
Okay.
data will go to lead object. A
Mhm.
campaign object will have only campaign related data.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
What else?
How
Give me
about
5 more.
cost of the campaign?
Cost for the government, correct? Yeah. Cost for the. No, actually, there are two things. Okay, one is budget. Okay, and final cost. Let's say I put a budget of 100 USD, but finally we spend only 90 USD, or we spend 110 USD. What is the budget for the campaign? What is the final cost? All right. What else? Mm-hmm.
Marketing or ad about the campaign to attract people.
Yeah, but what data will capture here?
Mhm.
You have to think through a data perspective. Okay, this is why I'm asking this question to you. Tell me if sometimes the customer will not give you the exact requirement. Okay, you need to ask the customer the requirement. So you have to understand what data. Whenever you say this thing, right, you have to understand what data the customer would like to capture. Like location is a data, product, which product they're displaying, what is the price of the product, what is the product feature, what is the expected footfall, how much is the budget, how much is the final cost. These are the data for an individual campaign. So if there are 1,000 campaigns, one by one, each there's a data. Can we say owner of the campaign? Owner name means like whoever salesperson is actually running the campaign. Correct. Tebo, what's your thought? What else?
Can we say customer demographics?
Customer demographics, like from, yeah, customer, like from which area customers are coming in, is it?
That one as well, and then the age group of the customer we are targeting.
Age group of the customer, correct. Age group, income
Wouldn't
group.
the data go into the lead table?
Yes. No, individual customer who are stepping into the campaign, right? Like Rajesh is the customer who is stepping into the campaign. Rajesh's data will go to lead. But we are just target what age group we are targeting for this particular campaign. This is campaign data, isn't it? You agree with me?
Okay.
Yeah, not everybody can afford Mercedes-Benz, right? So we should have a proper like 100,000 to 150,000 per annum income group we should entertain. So income group. Let's say Rajesh is coming who's earning only 30,000, right? So then maybe for that particular product, he is not a potential customer. So income group or what? Mm, income bracket, I would say, right? Yeah, right. Age group is what? What else?
How about the date of the campaign? Like, when was it?
Yeah, correct. See, sometimes the campaign happen for multiple days, right? I mean, it's not that same day happened, right? So can we say like start date of the campaign and end date?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, and then can you say duration? Duration should be calculated automatically, by the way. End date minus start date, duration. Correct?
How about number of cars owned by the customer?
Number of car owned by the customer. Do you think it's a campaign data? Like, is it worth for
Because
the
we
customer
wanted
to?
to know whether the customer is really interested or not.
Yes, that data is definitely a very meaningful data, but that will not go to campaign. It will go
Mm-hmm.
to other object called lead. Like I say, Rajesh is a lead coming in. How many cars does he own? Like pre Mercedes Benz. I mean, uh, how do you spell this? I have already Mercedes Benz car or not. Like all this data will go to lead, right? I'm a lead, right? That will not come to campaign. Okay. Okay. So one thing we have understood here, how to gather the data and how not to mix different types of data in one single object. Because if you mix, the problem is Salesforce is a database and we capture the data in objects. And the most important thing in Salesforce is reporting, guys. Business, they spend so much of money on Salesforce so that they can see a nice reports and can take a proper decision. Getting me? Reporting is a very important thing. So if you haphazardly capture the data, no, like lead data also are captured, then reports will be mess. Customer cannot see the needed data on the report. Now, if you capture this data in the campaign, I can say the customer, let's say, asking you, hey, admin, can you show me last financial quarter how much amount we spent total for all the campaigns? You have the data in the campaign, you can create a nice report. Can you show me how much we invested and how much we got total? How much income we got total? You have the data, you can show it in the report. Got it, right? But if your data or different data you are putting in the same object, that's how you are messing the database. Okay, so yeah. All right, awesome. Guys, one small thing that we have to be mindful here is you have to think, can we give some automations here, right? Salesforce is whatever you think we can do in Salesforce is that much powerful. After 5 weeks, once you are done with this course, no, you will find that if I give you any requirement, you can fulfill in Salesforce is so much powerful. I mean, we have to learn in that way also. So you have to think, can we provide any sort of automation to the customer? Like one automation is duration will be calculated automatically. Okay, so this kind of automation we will come across to this automation feature when you talk about leads, pretty much. Okay, but you as a BA consultant or admin have to see if you can provide some sort of automations here. Got it. I think we have done a good capture here. Let's go to Salesforce and check this out, guys. If you go to Salesforce, there is an object called campaign. Do you see here? Huh? So the sales executives will log into the Salesforce CRM every day and they will capture the campaign data. Suppose there's an executive named Jamil. Do you see Jamil? Jamil is the executive who is logging into this org and try to create new campaign. Do you see? This is called field, by the way. Campaign is an object, name of the campaign, whether the campaign is active or not. Nobody said type, okay? Type is a very important thing. Also, nobody said status. See, all these are already created in Salesforce, right? This is the power of the Salesforce vanilla version, okay? Salesforce out of the box feature. This is just the basics things we are still discussing, okay? We will get in the advanced part. You will see that whatever customer is looking for, most of it is already there in Salesforce. Not most of it. Yeah, most of it is already there in Salesforce, but few of it you have to go and configure it. Sounds good? So all these things like start date, end date, see, it's already there. Expected revenue is already there. But there are many fields which is not there. This is what as an admin you have to do. What is that is not here? income bracket, age group is not here. This is what exactly you have to create. You as an admin, you as a business analyst, your job would be to gather the requirement like how we did in last 10 minutes. You as an admin, your job would be to create these fields here so that the business user can use this field to capture the correct campaign data. Crystal clear to everyone today's story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody here is finding this is like very basics we are discussing? Kiran, if you want to say something, can.
Sorry, that's an accidental press.
Okay. Any finds we're still speaking very basics? Yeah. Yes. This is still very basic, but we have to go through with this. Okay. Maybe like another 2-3 classes. No, but this. So for today was the basics. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, we will start talking about few feature which you have not explored yet. Even though you have done Salesforce courses, right? You have not explored yet. This is what we are going to explore for tomorrow. Right. I'm pretty sure people who have done some Udemy courses have not explored what we are going to discuss tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to talk about something called business to business lead, business to consumer lead, activities in Salesforce. Like the core feature of Salesforce, sales guys, whenever they call the customer, they have to capture the activity, right? Like whether the customer did pick up the call or not, whether the customer did not pick up the call, customer said come to meet me next month, whatever it is. This is all activities that we have to capture inside Salesforce. Correct. So this is just conceptual thing. Okay. To next, in fact, like next 4 to 5 sessions, we will not talk about any configurations like this setup. Next 4 to 5 classes, we will just talk about whatever Salesforce provide out of the box. This is what most of the people, when I take interview, they do not know. They are certified Salesforce admin, but they do not know what Salesforce provide as out of the box feature. Because you have to know it, right? Salesforce always enforce us that use the standard thing first. If you think that standard feature is not helping you, that's when you go and configure it with the setup or with the developer console. Okay. Okay, good. Right, guys, remember, right, what I said? You guys have to give your email address to Rana. I got very close group today, and we will keep this close group. Rana, can you please make sure only these people join next class, and then they can right? Because there are many people in the group. All right, we have to clean that group. Okay, so talk to everybody, and please. I need only the connected people, whoever joined today, and who are doing these sessions very. This thing we just be here in the group. Okay, guys, we'll start talking about the lead and activity management tomorrow, and also we'll talk about product and price book. See, people why they choose Salesforce is because of this. Salesforce is very, very much flexible on onboarding the product and prices. That's very complex thing. Okay, I mean, you have not experienced this so far. Tomorrow, maybe like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, in next 2 sessions, I'll tell you this feature of products and prices, how business struggle with this, and how Salesforce can solve this with just this out of the box feature. Okay, every business has this struggle, like they have products, they have multiple prices, they have this offer, that offer, customers looking for 50% discount. How do they manage all this is what we are going to learn in the next classes. And this is what Sales Cloud do. Okay, Sales Cloud basically do all this magic inside it. Okay, guys, what is the day today? Today is Thursday, right? My Thursday. Yeah, so the plan is this. Okay, today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, there'll be 2 more sessions. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will try to finish the Sales Cloud part. And in the weekend, you will have an assignment where you have to share your thought on whatever you understood. We have a technical team, and me, uh, we will go through your assignment that you have submitted, and we'll give you a feedback where I will get to know how much you guys are understanding. Okay, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll just go through this standard Sales Cloud features, and then weekend we'll have a good assignment to do. All right, any questions? Priyanka, we're good so far?
Yes.
Vomit, Chetna? Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow then. See you tomorrow, same time, same link. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you,
Good morning,
Rajesh.
everyone. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye tomorrow.
Rajesh,
Yes, Arun, tell me.
Rajesh, one quick question. So today the campaign part we saw, right? So
Yep.
that is pertaining to marketing cloud segment or like sales
No,
cloud.
it is actually part of Marketing Cloud. It is actually part of Marketing Cloud. But Marketing Cloud is more than this. Okay, I don't have the login. Marketing Cloud is more than this. Okay, if you guys need a session on Marketing Cloud, okay, we can have arrange a session on Marketing Cloud. But just to give you theoretical knowledge, right? Marketing Cloud is where you the ads that you guys are seeing. No, you can actually configure those ad inside Salesforce Marketing Cloud, like the
Sir, can you
template.
send the recorded video?
Huh? Asif,
Sir, can you send me recorded video
record video of
on email?
today's class.
This class and previous class, sir.
Yeah. Okay, don't worry, I'll send it to you. Okay, we will
Okay.
send it to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. Yeah, Arun. So, Marketing Cloud, if you need, just let me know. Let us finish this admin part. I can have a session. I can have, like, I'm not the consultant for Marketing Cloud. I can bring my Marketing Cloud consultant who can give you a nice presentation on Marketing Cloud.
Sure, Rajesh.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank
See you
you.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you.